The red flags started dropping up earlier this year in lower than expected state sales and income tax receipts. Today, though, the governor dropped the R word, recession. NBC4 reporter Ted Hart is live now with more on the governor's surprise speech to state lawmakers today and their reaction to what he had to say. Some were surprised, huh, Ted?
They were, Colleen, and much of what the governor said in his remarks today sounded like a church sermon. He admitted as much. But toward the end of his remarks, he predicted some very tough times ahead for Ohio, saying the state is on the verge of a recession. This was presidential candidate Governor John Kasich in April.
The state of our state is getting stronger every day, and the outlook is bright and hopeful here in the Buckeye State.
And this is Governor Kasich now.
The future is going to be tough. We're going to have to hang together in that because it is going to be tough. We're on the verge of a recession in our state.
So what happened? New state data suggests that Ohioans are not making as much nor spending as much as had been anticipated. After a particularly bad November, tax collections for the year are more than $250 million behind projections. Kasich and the Republican legislature has been very aggressive on tax cuts, and Democrats argue that tax reform has been harmful to the middle class and the underemployed.
Demand drives an economy, not tax breaks for rich people. And if we're not investing in the things that create demand, sooner or later that cycle is going to come back around.
Kasich says he's determined not to leave the next governor with the budget shortfall he inherited. And Worthington Republican Mike Duffy says lawmakers are prepared to hold the line.
There's a difference between not having additional money and actually having to cut services. And so we're hoping that it's not the latter.
And Duffy said this is probably the first time that any of the lawmakers have heard the word recession in connection with the state's current condition. He said that he expects lawmakers will probably spend the next several weeks trying to gather a more detailed assessment of the projected revenues for the months ahead. Live downtown, Ted Hart, NBC4.